Hello, my name is Seth Perler, and I'm really glad you're here. I want to thank you for signing up for my Student Success Toolkit, for signing up for my website, sethperler.com. And today I'm going to give you an introduction on the Student Success Toolkit so that you can get the most out of it. First of all, I'm going to tell you the purpose of the toolkit. Basically, you're probably a parent. You may be a teacher, a therapist, or a student as well. And the purpose of this toolkit is to give you real tools that I actually use in my coaching practice that help students turn it around in a baffling system and help them have a new way of approaching and navigating this system so that they can be more successful in school and ultimately create the life that they want to create for themselves. And my audience is, again, mostly parents, teachers, therapists, some students. But on the next 5 days, my audience, the people that I'm speaking to on my videos, is students. Because I get a lot of feedback from parents who tell me that they actually show my YouTube videos to their kids. Now, so I'm speaking directly to them for the next 5 days. So if you want to share this with your students, whether you're a teacher or a parent, feel free, because I will be speaking to them. So you'll be watching the videos, but you can share it with them. Now, I typically work with middle school, high school, and college students, but I also work with elementary and graduate school students. And the videos are really designed more for middle school, high school, college, and graduate students. I work with a few adults as well, but generally, as you'll see the videos, you'll see how they can watch it and extract the information that they need to out of them. And here's how it works. For the next 5 days, I'll be sending you basically a 10-minute video that's going to go in depth into one tool. Each day we'll have one tool. I'll explain exhaustively how I use it so that it's a tool that you can use and apply in your life. You'll also be getting weekly updates from me. Every Sunday I put out a new blog post or video, and you will be signed up for those, and you'll get them in your inbox, and hopefully they'll have relevant topics for you every week. Now, before we get into the videos tomorrow, there's one concept you must understand. This is the most important topic I ever cover for struggling students. It doesn't matter if my students have ADD or Asperger's or dyslexia or sensory integration issues, or if there's no diagnosis and they're just failing or they're at risk of failing, their grades are taking a nosedive. It always has to do with this one topic, which I'm going to briefly go into right now, just enough so that you're ready to apply this background knowledge to the videos for the next 5 days. It is called executive function. And here's what executive function is. Executive function takes place in the front part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex of the brain. This part of the brain is huge. It's 1/3 of the human brain. It's a very big part. It's represented by this green part here. Here's the eyes, the ears, here's the left brain and the right brain, and this green is the prefrontal cortex. And what the prefrontal cortex does is it helps with executive function. It helps people to execute complex tasks. So if you're writing a paper, that's a complex task. You have to remember that you have the homework. You have to be willing to start the homework. You have to persist. You have to do all these steps to write the paper, draft it, edit it, revise it. You actually have to turn it in. There's many, many, many tasks. Even though we say writing a paper and it sounds like one thing, in order to execute that task, it's very complex. In fact, cleaning a bedroom is very complex. Getting ready for bed is very complex. There are many tasks that are required. Going to school is a complex task. It's not just going to school. It's getting dressed, brushing your teeth, getting your backpack, getting everything you need, getting your shoes on, remembering your keys. So executive function deals with planning, organizing, time management, perception of time, being realistic, being able to envision your plan. It's anything and everything that has to do with being able to execute a task. And it also has to do with the red, which is emotional regulation and being able to regulate and inhibit certain emotions in an appropriate way so that you can focus on what you have to execute. It also has to do with focus, concentration. So I know I'm saying this quite quickly. I'm just trying to give you a vibe of executive function. It really involves a lot of very important things that are required in order for the brain to execute the tasks. So my videos take into consideration the very important fact that these students struggle with executive function. They're not lazy. It's not that they're not trying their hardest. It's not that they just need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and work harder. And these are misconceptions oftentimes. It's really generally a function of that the brain is still developing. That part of the brain that enables people to execute the tasks that they need to is still in development. They are working hard. They are trying hard. They are building the skills. Fortunately, those skills will continue to develop until they're around 25 or 30 years old. So they're getting it. It's just developmentally, it's taking a while to build these skills to execute these tasks, which is particularly hard when it's a task that they're not interested in. Homework that's not engaging, classes that are not engaging. So that's when it really becomes most difficult to execute. So that's all I got for you in terms of prep. I'll be seeing you for the next 5 days. And if you're enjoying my work, please share it. Now, the videos I'll be sending you for the next 5 days are unlisted YouTube videos. Those are just for you. They're not public videos. So please respect that. But please share my website, sethperler.com. If you're enjoying this and you're getting value out of it, please share it on Facebook or Twitter or with at least one person that you think might find value in my work, because I work really hard to deliver awesome content that will help students make the change so that they can have an awesome life. And I think with that, that's about all I got for you today. I will see you tomorrow morning. Take care.